that, it just adds to the ambience. Loser. No, I'm joking. What's going on, guys? How are you?
Fantastic, mate. Aye, good.
Good stuff. Thanks for joining us live in the studio. We put it out on Twitter for people to ask a few questions, and we're going to get to that. But first, I have a few of my own, because I haven't really actually made a connection with you guys, even though we've been playing your records for quite some time. And, the new album's been out for a while now, over a year. Free's been out for a bit, and I suppose the shows keep getting bigger and bigger. Tell us some news that you haven't told anybody else lately. What's happening?
Tell you some news we haven't told anyone else.
That's a loose description. It can be, as long as it's brand new.
What have we got, Ross? What have we got for the people? I think, I don't know. We're in a cloud of confusion, because we've been away in America for like the first 11 weeks of this year, and we've come back to this tour and it's all sold out, and this is like a new experience for us, so we're kind of like,
it's been happening while you've been away out here
crazy,
in the UK. It feels like there's a really healthy evolution, like a motivation behind rock music again, and I hesitate to put it in some kind of cyclical attitude, because people talk about like, oh, is rock dead or is it coming back, whatever. But I just think it comes down to the quality of records.
Wow. Yeah, I think we agree with that. Yeah,
you guys, You Me at 6, Lower Than Atlantis. There's a lot of great, United Kingdom and British rock and roll bands who are coming out making good stuff. Tell us about America.
It's a big place. That's what we're starting to learn.
11 weeks is a drop in the ocean, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
We spent like two months out there at the end of last year, and then we recorded our record earlier in the year, so it's kind of like a second home for us now, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, you've got a lot more work to do out there, I suppose, if you're going to make an impact. It is a really big country. Have you enjoyed the experience so far?
I think we're treating it like anything. Like, we're not going to be wildly naive and be like, it's amazing, everything's amazing. There's like, we've been saying the past few weeks when we're talking about it, it's like the highest highs mixed in with the lowest lows, but that's kind of...
Let's talk about the lows.
Okay.
I mean, where does one get low in the United States of America? I mean, are we talking about the age-old cliche of sort of 2 o'clock in the morning in the middle of nowhere trying to get something from a truck stop, like, where am I kind of scenario?
Well, Ross is vegetarian, so if you want to go try some vegetarian food, try and find some vegetarian food.
No touring in Texas for you, buddy.
Yeah. Packet of crisps is about what you got. That's it.
So you look well. You're on a good diet, the vegetarian American diet.
That's all right. Yeah, chips, plenty of chips.
Look how healthy he looks, though.
He does look healthy. You both
radio listeners, look how healthy he looks.
We'll get a photo and chuck it up online. But you both look remarkably healthy for a band that have been touring non-stop now for over a year on this, almost a year on this record.
You look great too, man.
Thanks, buddy. No, I don't, and I look terrible, but it's okay. I'm working on that. So, new songs. What are we talking about? We got any to talk about at the moment? I mean, it's been a minute.
Yeah, we've been. I think we're well into like double figures with writing new stuff, and we're dropping a little new song into our set on this tour.
What's it called?
It's called Lost Ones, ironically, from what we were just talking about.
Yeah.
But we don't even really know if that's going to be on our next record or whatever. We like to experiment and try and evolve and see how people feed off what our current vibe is right now.
Why wouldn't you road test tunes? I mean, if you got it up to a standard where you're happy to play it and everyone can hold it down, why wouldn't you,
I mean, it's going down okay. We're pretty, we're enjoying it.
Up-tempo, power ballad.
Up-tempo. 50s kind of rock and roll, good time.
So what's the beat in the 50s rock and roll kind of swing? Let's like make a...
Yeah, exactly.
That kind of thing.
You're on the money.
I tell you, dudes. I'm there for you. If you ever need someone on the side of stage,
get a cowbell.
So we're going to take the questions. The next part of the interview is going to be purely questions from people who've sent them in online through social networking. But right now we're going to talk a little bit about Make a Beast of Myself, which is, I suppose, the 4th single taken from Free. And it's probably the most, I would say the one that's had the most impact off the record. It's happened naturally and properly in terms of the ascent of the record, getting to a point people hearing the record and starting to buy it more. Tell us a bit about the making of this song.
The making of the song, we definitely plugged in some guitars and mic'd up a lot of
How many guitar tracks? Just for the geeks. How many guitar tracks?
Honestly, I went, through guitar hell trying to create all these layers and layers to get that big impactful chorus.
Hang on. That's a lot of guitars. That is a lot of guitars, but it's been nicely compacted into a compressed ball of goodness.
Gil Norton's compression chamber.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, but that's a lot of guitars. How many guitars did Butch Vig do for Mayonnaise on Pumpkins?
43.
43 tracks. But how many? I think, so it must have been 43 guitars. Maybe he did some extra ones as well. I don't know. 43?
Something like that.
It's not as good as The Rumour, though. The Rumour, I remember talking to one of the guys from Milo from the Big Pink when they're talking about the Pumpkins. He was like, I heard they did 394 guitars.
You've heard those rumours too, man.
And I actually had to be the bearer of bad news and say, sorry, dude, it was only 43. Okay, Your questions from Ross and Sam from Twin Atlantic. Make a Beast of Myself, one of our favorite rock records in time right now on Radio 1. Dude, I wish you could have my job just for the process of starting a radio show with this. It's such a nice feeling. All right.
There once was an acid out there, I swear. Tied to a bottle, I swear, I swear. You can ask the Madonna if she cares, she cares. But she's hooked on the bottle, I swear, I swear. You know, it's the end of our sweet universe. You know that we blame it on ourselves. I want you to laugh it all, and I want to forget that I got caught. And I want you to laugh it all, make a beast of myself to kill them all. Lost in the lava, who cares? Who cares? And the heat's getting hard, I warned her she'd fail. And the crest white collar is on us and we want it. But I'm lost in the lava, I care, I care. You know, it's the end of our sweet universe. You know that we blame it on ourselves. I want you to laugh it all, and I want to forget that I got caught. And I want you to laugh it all, make a beast of myself to kill them all. 'Cause that's harder than we first thought. You know, it's the end of our sweet universe. You know that we blame it on ourselves. I want you to laugh it all,
So strong, isn't it, huh? And you know we love a drop in a record as well. We love a drop, a crafty drop.
and I want you to laugh.
Everything's going full steam until now.
Make a beast of myself.
Amazing. It's one of our favorite rock records, like I said, in a long time. Twin Atlantic, Make a Beast of Myself, and just part of a really great group of rock and roll bands from this part of the world who are holding the line and doing what they love to do. Playing in Coco tonight, two of them, Lower Than Atlantis, Twin Atlantic, Sam and Ross with us. Questions. This. Should I start with the Twitter account Twin Atlantic NL, because that's almost official, or is it affiliated?
It's affiliated.
It's affiliated.
Yeah.
All right, so maybe this is an insider. This is
our
an
Dutch
insider.
fans,
This
our
is an
Dutch
insider
fans.
question, maybe. Best present a fan's ever given you guys.
Loaded question.
It is a loaded
It is a loaded question.
Yeah. I believe it was from the Twin Atlantic NL people who made us a little book with.
Did they just fish?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, she's put the words into our mouth, kind of almost literally, but yeah, it was, people sent stuff from all over the place, and there you go.
That's great. Well done to Twin Atlantic NL for bigging themselves up. All right, so this one here. Who's your favorite band you've ever toured with? That's from Chloe. I know it's hard to pick because you're kind of
it's hard to
separating
pick.
others, but I mean one in particular that you really enjoyed.
What do you think, Roscoe?
Well, I suppose just from one of the main reasons we probably wanted to be in a band when we were wee was Blink-182.
Yeah. And the size of those shows and stuff is ridiculous. It
But
was
they're so
kinda-
nice, huh? They're such dudes, man.
Yeah,
man, they
really
just look
cool.
after you really well. So
Yeah, really cool. All right, this one here is what is your favorite song lyrically? You feel the song best represents you lyrically, and that's from Andy Travers. Plus, he says here, P.S. loves Lost Ones, so that's a good start.
Oh,
that is
cool.
good.
There you go. Nice one. I would either say we've got a song on the record called "Yes, I Was Drunk." I don't know whether
I know it goes deeper than that, but still, it's quite a pick.
But I think I think that's purely from like a songwriter's stance, where it's like a kind of journey song or whatever, and feel like I accomplished what I set out to do for the first time ever with that. So
Right on.
yeah, either that or the title track from the record, Free, I suppose.
That's a great tune as well. Quite a lot of people are asking another loaded question, and you risk, alienating the rest of the United Kingdom or anywhere around the world, in fact, by answering it. But everyone seems to want to know, and I am but a passy. So this one from Mick Trusty, along with Adam Taylor, and everybody else wants to know, what's been your favourite show of the tour so far?
Oh, I think I made my voice heard last night on my own Twitter account, where I said that Manchester last night, something weird happened. It was like a weird energy in the venue, and we played at the Ritz, and it just felt like, I don't know, we'd been working towards that gig for the past like 4 or 5 years in Manchester, trying to leave happy off the stage, and it just felt
And you
awesome.
did it.
Well, I think so.
Close enough. You hard on yourselves as a band? I mean, it sounds like a strange question, but yeah.
Hugely hard, yeah. But I think you have to be, don't you? If you're not, then who else will be?
That's true indeed. This one here as well. Do you have any advice for young unsigned songwriters? That's from Kate Wilson. So I suppose one piece of advice that you've learned over the last 4 or so years that you can apply or easily translate.
Gut reaction, and stick with it and be yourself, I suppose. It's one of the cheesy old cliches.
No, it's
but
true.
I guess someone would have said that to us when we started out, and we kind of lost that a little bit for maybe the first couple of years, because you get caught up in the whole, this is so exciting or whatever. But I guess we've kind of gone back full circle to that, and since we're starting to kind of enjoy the whole thing a lot more.
You seem really relaxed and chilled out. I mean, hopefully we've got time for 2 more questions. I want to try and get a couple more in before you race off to Coco.
Okay.
What festivals are you due to play in the summer? And there's been a lot of inquisition about R&L.
R&L.
Well,
Yep, they're playing an R&L. You've got to get your poker face sorted for that question, bro. Because I tell you, just the slightest delay in answering that question.
No. We're not saying yes or no, but we are definitely playing
R&L.
A big festival that happens in 2 different places in England.
Man, that was terrible.
Yeah.
When you ask that, we've asked that question. Don't feel bad. We've asked that question to many bands before, and I'm telling you that even the slightest delay in answering a festival-related question is basically an acceptance that you are.
yeah, I can probably already hear my phone ringing from our management right away.
Yeah. Whoops.
Do you want me to save you? Do you want to back you out of it real quick? Make it easier for you a little bit later on? According to reports, they're definitely playing. We will wait and see when it comes out at some point, but that would be nice, I think. This one, let's go for a stupid question, but always my favourites as well. This from Lee. What's your favourite colour?
Probably the colour of this t-shirt. It's a nice kind of mid-royal blue.